All right, good afternoon everyone. Just going on a little splitboarding mission up the mountain, about half an hour into the hiking, take a little break. And I wanted to share a little bit about what I'm working on at the moment, which I've labeled Interruptible Interfaces. So the word interruptible doesn't actually exist, but I think it's pretty important that it should exist because my biggest irritation when using all of these AI tools, whether it's text-based or voice-based, is interrupting its flow and steering the conversation in a different direction is pretty hard. And this is particularly annoying when you're chatting with a voice-based AI. Whether you're using Siri or ChatGPT, when you're getting an answer, it's not listening for whether you would like to talk about something else. It's just speaking until it's done. And if ChatGPT, for example, is giving you a kind of multi-paragraph answer, that can go on for ages. So the thing that I found was a API from an incredible company called VAPI, which stands for Voice API, or API being Application Programming Interface. And they've built a really amazing system that transcribes what you're saying, responds to it from ChatGPT models or other models, and then speaks back to you using a bunch of other infrastructure. So they connect together companies like 11 Labs and Nova and other systems like that, and make it a kind of simple API for voice-based interaction. And the number one thing that their API does is when you speak, it listens. And so I just wrapped this up in a simple iPhone app, and it has now completely replaced ChatGPT for me when it comes to voice-based interaction, because I just find it so much better, because it's interruptible. And it turns out there's lots of other things to do with conversation that are not just about interruption. You know, it can be a little bit rude to talk across someone, but until an AI can see you and feel you and understand you, it's not going to know when you're getting bored. So right now, just being like, oh, actually, do you mind if I speak about that, and taking it in a different direction is really nice. So you can be listening to an answer about something you're interested in, say some hikes in Norway, and then cut in with what should I consider in terms of the weather, what should I think about in terms of equipment, what kind of GPS system should I be using. You can keep asking questions and taking the conversation and steer it in a direction. And so an interruption is not just a negative thing. It's about being able to comfortably talk back to something and have a good back and forth and really create a dialogue. And that's what I'm working on. So I'll share the link to the prototype down below and see what you think of it. It really does one thing. You open up the app, tap talk, and then you can speak back. The other thing that I'm adding into this is the ability to change the speed of the voice. I find that all the voices for all the AI assistants are way too slow. As someone who's been listening to YouTube and podcasts on higher speeds for years, I really wanted to speed it up. So exposing that setting right in the interface is super helpful. All of this, I think, is just me playing and prototyping. I don't think this is necessarily going to be a business or anything, but it's certainly connecting me to some interesting founders and getting some interesting conversations going. So yeah, that's what I've been playing around with at the moment and working on. And I'll share the progress so far in the comments and in the description. And curious to hear what you think of it if you get a chance to try it. All right, bye-bye.